Hello, everyone. Good morning from the Philippines. Can you guys write where you're from and what time is it in your country right now? The Philippines, it's what time is it here? It's 8, exactly 8 a.m. No coffee. Aside from I don't drink coffee, I haven't taken my breakfast yet. Hello, Trevor. 6 p.m. Oh, 6 p.m. Stevie, Mike, Florida 7. What's that? 7 p.m. 1 a.m. Oh, ouch. Yeah, 1 a.m. 3 a.m. Egypt. Wow. Tea, no tea. Just water. I just have water. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. No, I don't drink coffee because I palpitate. That's the main reason. I palpitate. It doesn't it makes me anxious. Because I'm seeing your name Trevor here. 7 p.m. Chicago. Morning, Paul. Yeah, no coffee. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Ghana, from Ghana. Time is it in Ghana now? 8 p.m. Okay, guys. So, hi, John. Good morning. Gandang umaga. What up, mango shake? Mango shake is my favorite, but I don't have mango shake. I have mango, but I don't have a. I don't shake it. 7 p.m. 5 p.m. Okay. 12 a.m. West Africa. Hello, Michael. What's the topic today? Um, I am checking emails last night. I have few questions here. There's actually a lot like more about relationship, but um it's very specific what they're asking about. So, but for now I'm going to you can also ask me questions guy, or you can also answer if you know the answer or if you have experience about this. So first of all, we need to get this girl a partner. No. Hello, Howard. Jerry Fritz, Scott. Okay, so the first question here is: have you guys any trouble tipping in the Philippines? This is from this is Kevin Amedi. Amedi. I'm visiting Davao and I'm used to tipping waiters and waitresses at restaurants in the US. My fiance looks at me like I am crazy and has no idea what tipping is. Then she will get mad if I try to tip someone for service. Is tipping not done in the Philippines? Thank you. I'm sure you guys know what the answer is. In the Philippines, there is no problem about tipping. You can tip. It's not mandatory. It's not necessary. They're not gonna force you to give a tip. They will not ask you to give a tip. They're not even going um to stand there to make it obvious for tip, or they're not even gonna stand and wait for it. No. Maybe in your country you have a problem about tipping, or like sometimes you're forced to tip. But in the Philippines, it's not necessary to tip. And also there are more and more restaurants now, and yeah, and restaurants now that they include service charge in the receipt, in the yeah, in the receipt. You can actually see that. So they said that is considered as tip already, because you know all the people, when they charge them their service charge, so that's as good as tipping. I don't know how many percent, but I think it depends on the restaurant. There is no fixed percentage. It just depends on the restaurant. So yeah, there's no problem with tipping in the Philippines. Because I've heard, yeah, most places in USA automatically put tip on. I've heard in the US, how do you guys give tip in the US? Is it like is it same? Do you have like the service charge on the receipt, or they ask you to give a tip? They ask as part of the bill. Most have charged automatically, and you can, so it's the same. 18% is customary. So it's in the receipt as well. Normally want 20% tip. Wow. Expected tip is 20%. So the expected tip. Here is not expected, but there are a lot of restaurants now. They include service charge on the bill. Before there's no service charge on the bill, but now there's service charge in the bill. Yeah, to the bill they used to not do. Yeah, okay. So it means that we just have the same. I've just noticed that recently, like few months ago, because before we don't have that either. And here, even if the tip is like 50 pesos, 50 pesos is like $1. $1 now is 55.53 pesos. So that's the exchange rate. It's actually going down again. Yeah. But even if you like give only 20 pesos, or like your change from what you from your money, or what you paid, you just leave the change there. If it's even if it's only 30 pesos, 20 pesos, they would be happy. There is no, you're not like really required. Hello, Lloyd Daily. Thank you so much. Thank you for super chat. Thank you. Sometimes feels forced. Oh well, in the Philippines, you don't restaurants won't make you feel forced to do it. It's like they will not even mention about it. Voluntary and 10 to 20%. We always tip here. Yeah, that's what I heard. And ask for a tip. Oh, some add automatically, some make suggestions, some are voluntary. I add it to the bill. First off, they'll get taxed on it. And second, they'll have to split with the coworkers. I just give the cash. So it's better to tip like personally than what they're than when they ask for it. If it's part what is if it's part of the receipt, it's not a tip by definition. A tip is reward for good service. Oh, okay. So the service charge is not a tip. I mean, they said it's considered as a tip actually, but I don't know if that is taxed either. But I know for sure they're gonna split it with everyone. It's shared. Do we tip? Do we tip wet marketplaces? Not really. No, but you can like the others. They like when you're buying in a shop, you just say keep the change. You can do that as well. But tip is not. I mean, it's not required in marketplaces. No. If on card, what? If on card they pay taxes. Ah, they usually. I don't know. In the Philippines, have you experienced tipping in the Philippines? Um, to be honest, me, I have experience of like not good service in restaurants here. Like they make you wait for like 30 minutes to 1 hour, and then they don't get your order. Like you're sitting there for like an hour already, but they don't get your order. I mean, because you don't need to go to the counter to order. It's like the waiter are going to take your order. But when you're sitting there for like 1 hour already, and then no one's coming to take your order, how do you feel about that? I always experience that. Hello, Brian Simpson. Thank you so much. Super chat. Thank you. Thank you. So what you're saying is tipping is the same in the US. It's the same. It's just not there. They will not force you to pay a certain amount. Pisses me off. Services be good or just get the change order within 15 minutes. On the tipping subject, what type of coins bills are most commonly used? 20 pesos, 50 pesos, 100 pesos. 10 pesos, you can even leave the 10 pesos. You know, the coins, 10 peso coin. Everything is lower in the Philippines. That is also true. That is very true. Like, even if there are no customers, for example, in McDo, even if there are not a lot of customers, there are just like three customers. You went to the counter straight. There are no other customers in front of the counter ordering. And then um there will be there are already people waiting for their order. And then your order will like take 30 minutes. It's so long. Even if there are no people. If I waited that long, definitely no tip. I always tip is just good thing to do. I like to tip as I leave the table. Sometimes the waitress gives me stink eye and mumbles complaints, thinking I didn't tip when I paid the bill. This is a bad experience. I think I've experienced this in Boracay. You know, there is one time we ate in a, I don't know if it's a, I think it's a Mexican restaurant, but probably not a legit Mexican restaurant, not a legit Mexican food. But um so my friend and I, we ordered like one big meal, and we shared. Like it's like I think it's pancit. So it's not really Mexican food, it's pancit. But it's like good for two people. And then I only ordered water because I don't order any soft drinks or any juice when I eat outside. So that's it. And it's like 400 pesos only, and then we share. And then because it's a, Boracay is like it's a fancy place, it's an expensive place. You go to Boracay, you spend money. But when I went there, I was also saving a lot. Like I was only we were only buying the cheap things, cheap food. We only go to cheap restaurants, or if it's not a cheap restaurant, then we buy the cheapest food in the menu. So um I think that the waiters are were expecting us to like buy some more, but we didn't. And then they gave us a strange look because we ordered only one, and then we shared. And then like, but we saw the people when they are leaving their change. But when we paid, we wanted also, but we didn't because they all gave us that look. Like all of them, like I don't know. I think three people went to our table. So the order taker is another person. The one who served the food is another person. And the one when we asked like a water, because they didn't give us our water when we said drink is water. They didn't give us our water. We need to ask them again to give us water. It feels like they don't want to serve us because we only bought one meal, and then we shared. So it's like my friend was like a little bit, we were actually disappointed. She was also very disappointed, like, we will not leave our change here. Is it feels like they don't want us there because we are like cheap, and we are like, we don't buy anything. Oh, okay. Speaking of my friend Leia, when I went to Boracay, she's gonna join um our chat for today, our stream for today. Okay. They're waiting for the chicken laid eggs. I really need a slower pace of life. Philippines, specifically, Philippines is very very slow, but Asia is very slow also. Thailand, I think it's the same. Vietnam is it's the same, I think. But I can assure you, Philippines is very very slow. The Philippines people have Chinese in their blood. Your Philippines looks Oriental, not being rude. Just wondering. No, I know. When I was younger, I look more like Japanese as well. So yeah, and yes, you're correct about the Chinese in our blood. We have like tribes here who have more like the Chinese look. I think it's in the northern part of the Philippines, like around like Benguet. The Igorot. Sometimes they look like Chinese. Um, when automatically added to bill, poor service cannot be discouraged. Yeah, it is. You call that cheap, it was still 400 pesos. Now things are really high. Exactly. I mean, 400 pesos is very expensive for us. I mean, that is Boracay. The meal is just pancit. Pancit is very cheap actually, but because it's Boracay, it's 400 pesos. So we don't call that cheap as well. The thing is, that is the cheapest that we can get in that restaurant. And we shared even so that we can save more. You know what I mean? So it's like 200 for me and 200 for Leia. So if people treat you that way, get up and leave. But we cannot really because that is the cheapest that we can find. But we were really like disappointed. Like, why do they give us that look? I heard maybe some changes tourist visa. Haven't heard any changes about tourist visa. The only change that I've heard is you can now travel to the Philippines without getting vaccinated. You just need to provide a negative test. Have I ever been to Malaysia? No, I haven't. Hello, I want to move to the Philippines, but all the channels seems to be geared old foreigners. There isn't much information on how to get there as a younger person. Want to move before 30s. It's actually the same. It's the same, discerning dash. If you're 30 years old, there is an I don't know if they still have the early retirement. I think they removed it, the early retirement, where you can retire at the age of 30. 35. You can apply for a retirement visa as early as 35 years old. But I think they removed that one. So the only way for you to stay here if you want to stay here is exactly the same thing also as this old foreigners that you're saying. The others, they don't really avail the SRRV. That is the visa, the retirement visa. They don't avail that, but what they do is they just come here as a tourist, and then they're going to extend their visa. So you're visa free, right? It's a visa free country for US if you're from the US or UK. You have like 30 days, and then you just extend your visa. You can extend it for another month or 3 months. You can extend it for another month or another 3 months, I think. And then you can extend again after that. They're just extending their visa. Yeah, SRRV is 50 years and older. But we had the early retirement as early as 35 years old, but they removed it. I don't know what's the reason why, but they removed it. I'm from the UK, retired early. So you're living in the Philippines right now. What is your experience, Wayland? I challenge everyone here to tip this wonderful lady tonight. She did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. He can get a residency permit. You cannot really get a residency permit if you're not married to a Filipina. That's what I know. You need to get married to a Filipina and live I don't know how many years in the Philippines, and then that you can get a residency permit. 10 years older than you, though, not retiring remote work, maybe. Uh, wait, So it says no visa required for a stay not exceeding 30 days. Traveler must hold valid ticket for return journey to country of origin or next country of destination and a passport valid for a period of at least 6 months beyond the stay in the Philippines. So you still it's 30 days, and then you after 30 days, if you want to stay more, then you can extend your tourist visa. Turning 30 25 soon. Wow, that's really young though. Like what age are you planning to retire? Okay, so I am seeing this question since earlier. I'm engaged to Filipina, want to learn the language as act of love. Any suggestions? What do you guys suggest to Jay? That is really nice though. There's a lot of advantages in learning the language, not only to the relationship but also for you living in the Philippines. I mean, it will be really nice to if you want to learn the language because, Filipinos also struggle speaking English. If your girlfriend is not struggling in speaking, me, I do struggle speaking in English. So if you can see my videos, I always have like a lot of cuts there because I stutter a lot. It's so hard for me to pronounce a word. But as an act of love, that is really, really good. She will really appreciate that. Well, that is one sign that you are really serious. For what are you learning the language, right? Would you say Bisaya is one of the popular language? It is. In the Philippines, yeah, it is. This, it's heart. It's heart shape, right? It's heart shape. Can you buy a property without being married or do you have to rent? Yeah, you cannot buy a property. I mean, like a land, you're not allowed to if you're not married to a Filipina. But you are allowed to own like condominium unit. House and lot, no. Well, you can house and lot still, but I don't know, the other percent should be owned by Filipino, I think. The land should be owned by Filipino and then you can build your house in that land. But of course, who's going to do that? See this one. 30-day initial visa may get changed to 59 days. Exit clearance may get changed from after 6 months to every exit no matter how long you stay. You mean banks in the Philippines, they don't accept North American banks? There are some international, maybe the local banks, yeah. There are international banks. There are international banks that you can use your American cards, like HSBC. You can use your international bank there. But HSBC usually are only in the big cities like Manila. I don't know in Makati if they have, but in Taguig they have. I saw one HSBC, Citibank as well. You can use your card there, Citibank. Oh, um, Leia is here. So she will join us and she will also answer questions. Leia knows a lot.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, Leia. Where are you?
Oh,
Hi. Good
hi. First time ko Hi guys, good morning.
morning. We don't hear you.
You can? No, you can't hear me?
Yeah, we don't hear you.
No, I don't know what happened. Well, I'll try. Now, can you hear me?
No, it's not working. I'm just reading in your mouth,
I don't know what's happening also. Wait, I will try again.
Okay, let's wait for Leia. But for now, there's another question here. Hold on. So it's just really funny this question because he said my fiance looks at me like I am crazy and has no idea what tipping is. Then she will get mad if I try to tip someone for service. Ah, okay. Hold on. You guys can hear her earlier? Ah, you can hear. Sorry. It's me who can I cannot hear her because I don't have speaker. Okay, so it's actually okay. Hold on. Let me check other questions here. So, guys, for the people who already stayed in the Philippines, I just want to ask you this. Hi, hope you're well. I live in the USA and I'm lucky enough to be considering at an early retirement. I've always dreamed about living on a beautiful beach, but I'm always accustomed to living with the conveniences of a city. A coffee shop, grocery store, and pharmacy not too far away. A friendly bar to meet new friends that is local, and of course, some good restaurants. I'd like to find a nice house or condo with scenic views, and I don't mind paying a fair price for that. I also will need to come back to USA for a month or so, 2 or so a year to handle business. So it would be great if it wasn't too far from a city where I could easily fly out. Where would you recommend looking? One person suggested Davao City. Does it seem like a good place for what I'm looking for? Any other suggestions? Do you have any suggestions for that? Hi, Leia. We can hear you. It's only me that I can hear. Wait, I need to put the speaker. Okay, now. Hello, good morning. What? I'm still not hearing it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Why I don't hear her? Hi, Leia. Good morning. But anyway, okay. The important thing is our viewers can hear you. But how can I hear you? Okay, Leia, do you have any suggestion though? I mean, they're asking where like they want to retire in a very nice place with a beach with what with everything available like
With the beach.
yeah, the restaurant that now I can hear you. The
Oh, good.
restaurant, there are grocery shops, pharmacies, probably hospital also, and then airport. Is there anything? I mean, Philippines is like a paradise, but is I don't think there's a place like that. Maybe Cebu.
Cebu or Davao.
Davao. There's
I,
also
I
like
won't suggest Boracay because it's
Boracay is nice, but yeah, it's
yeah.
like more for leisure. But yeah, I think Cebu is the right place to be if you guys want like a place with all the conveniences around, like close to it, and then there's airport, and then you can rent a condominium there. The scenic view, I don't know in the city if there's a scenic view there, but there's a view of the ocean, not a
Yeah,
beach, but there's ocean, right?
and the airport is really nice.
Yeah,
Much
their
better
airport
in
is
Manila.
yeah, much better than Manila. They have a big airport there in Cebu, more organized. Wait, can you also read Yang, can you also read the comments here? I mean, do you see them?
I need to go to the live.
You don't see. Oh, okay.
Well, I can go.
Okay. I always get lost in the comments. What percent this one. What percent of Filipinos speak Tagalog versus other language? Almost everyone I think speak Tagalog. I mean, Tagalog is the medium of communication in the Philippines. So yeah, we have like other so many dialects, but we all speak Tagalog as well. Hello, Bud Phillips. Thank you so much for stopping by. Learning the language can help you learn more about the locals and about their culture. I want to learn their language as well. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Thank you, Philip. I mean, I try my best. I try my best in English, but I struggle a lot. We struggle a lot. Do you, Yang? Do you struggle when you speak English? I
Of course
struggle a
I
lot.
do. Even if
Everyone,
I speak every day, English.
because your work, right?
Yeah. I'm currently working, but
Right
it's
now
so obvious. Yeah, but I don't have to do anything, so I join
ah
your live.
you're free. Okay, that's good. I thought I'm like, am I disturbing you?
No.
the, the thing is, a lot of people in the Philippines are employed in the BPO industry. And in the BPO industry, mostly they speak English because their customers
Yeah.
are mostly Western, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, why do we still struggle speaking English? I think it's because I don't know, when you're at work, it's just it naturally comes out. The English naturally comes out. But as soon as your shift ends, the English will also end. It's also
Right.
end of shift for the English, right? I
Right.
don't know. It's like that. It feels like that.
It's limited only for 8 hours.
That's really funny. John Till, if I learn Bisaya and she doesn't care, I'll I'll tampo. Oh, Bisaya. I think Bisaya is actually more difficult than Tagalog.
I don't know. I don't know how to speak even Bisaya as well, but I can understand a little bit. What about
Yeah,
you?
I no me. I don't. I don't. I know only the expression like um the the curse,
Ah, yeah.
the yawa.
Some bad words. Yeah.
Yeah, yawa. They say yawa. Where is your next trip and where will you go? Next trip, I think it's Baguio City. Yang, would you like to join me? We're
Sure.
actually talking about that already
Already
because,
told you that, right?
yeah, I know a lot of people like to see Baguio City as well, and they're considering Baguio City as their retirement place. I recommend Baguio City, but if you don't like a very congested city, like because Baguio City is a very small city, the main the the town proper in Baguio City is small and very congested. Very the traffic jam is
Super
it's
traffic.
very, yeah, it is. It's very crowded as well because of there's a lot of it's a touristic place, tourist city, and also it's like there's so many people going to Baguio to study. It's like a university hub like that. Um I'm trying to convince my parents to retire in Philippines. They're hesitant. They really like the Western lifestyle and fall colors here. Ah, well, Philippines is very slow. Everything is very slow. The life
Right.
here is very slow.
Everywhere it's so slow.
Yeah, the transportation is slow. You know, even if your destination is just very close, you will take 1 hour to get there. Right?
Correct. But they say Philippines is one of the most developing country. Like really?
Well, yeah, they said Philippines is a developing country now, but I don't know if that is
I don't
true.
see any
I don't see it as well.
development.
I don't feel it. I even feel like Philippines is like moving backwards sometimes because before I'm only taking like 2 rides going home to province. Now 3 rides.
And now the traffic is so,
So bad.
worse.
Yeah, it's the worst thing ever.
I can
Um,
see the comment.
you can see the comments. Okay, you can
Yeah.
just read, and if you want to answer comments, just read it.
Is one Dave and Foley. I'm trying to convince my parents to retire in Philippines. They're hesitant. They
Ah,
really
yeah,
like the
the,
Western lifestyle.
that's the one that I read. I mean, you
Yeah.
see it on the screen right now.
Ah, no.
Ah, on the side, you're
Is the
seeing it.
one on the. No,
Oh,
even I can only see the comment of Dave.
ah, okay.
Yeah.
Um, hold on, I'm checking.
Sorry
Yes,
for the rooster.
I'm selecting random comments because um yeah, it's like that. I mean, when I see question and then I will answer it. Show us condos for sale. There are so many condominium
Um,
here, guys.
which
I
part
mean,
of the
yeah,
Philippines?
where in the Philippines would you like to like buy? I would suggest really Cebu than than Manila because Cebu it's much closer to the nice beaches, nice places.
I agree. Because even if there's more, there's everywhere traffic is everywhere. But yeah, I would
Mm.
suggest Cebu.
Because even if it's traffic there, at least it's closer to
It's
the.
near in the beach.
Mm,
The airport is also near to the city, but in Lapu-Lapu, right? It's in Lapu-Lapu.
mm, Lapu-Lapu. Okay, Mike. My fiance is in Philippines. I have hard time finding a service to deliver flowers or food as a surprise. It seems nobody accepts USD. Any suggestions? I want to surprise her sometimes. Is it not going to convert? Like we have Grab food here in the Philippines. You can actually use that. And I've heard some foreigners do that. They buy food for their fiance or for their girlfriend through those apps to surprise them. You can use Grab Food. It's gonna convert, I think. It should convert. Hello, Wayland Todd. Had to go in early retirement age 49, but could I do part-time job teaching English there? I try to learn your languages. Yeah, of course you can. If there's available position
Timo, we
and they would
are monitoring your productivity, so
you heard you heard Leia's boss.
sorry.
So you can do part-time job here. You know what? There's so many BPO companies here as well, and they hire like multilingual people, so there will be no problem as long as there are an open position for it. You can apply for it, and if they want to hire a foreigner, because guys, foreigners have higher salary.
They
So if they can
prefer
afford.
foreigner than Filipino workers.
Ah,
Just
really?
kidding.
They
Especially in BPO.
in BPO, I think.
Yeah,
Like if the language is Spanish, Vietnamese, Thai, Chinese, they prefer the
yeah.
native speakers. Uh, this. How about this one? I originally wanted to retire there with my Filipino wife, but it angered me to see how she was treated as a school teacher. So I brought her to the States and she's flourishing here. Wow.
Wow.
That's really good. I mean, um there are also some people when they go to the US, they forget their roots, right? They don't even want to go back to the Philippines anymore. But I hope she don't feel that way. But congratulations to her. That's really good. That's the reason why most of Filipinos want to go to the US. That is the reason why. They we still think that America is the American dream. Because it's true in the Philippines, teachers are not also paid well. I mean, we think it's a good salary, but it's just more like surviving, especially if they are like private teachers.
Right.
Yeah, right, private teachers,
Yeah.
they're not. If in government, if they are government employee in public schools, they have like 25
To 30K
20K, 30K. But in private
salary.
schools, I think 18K to 20 plus something only
No,
pesos.
I have one of my friend is working in private school in college, and he's only
Yeah.
earning like 10,000 a month.
10,000 college?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least the people that I know, they said 18K. In
No.
also in college
I guess
or
it depends with the
secondary.
schools
It
how
depends, yeah,
to, yeah,
probably.
maybe.
But 10K?
Yeah.
Oh
I was
my.
I was trying to, you know, convince my friend to work in BPO instead.
Yeah, it's even better if it's just, if it's only the salary. It's like there's no
Right.
point having a profession here,
Yeah.
to be honest.
10,000.
Helix Baleron arrive in your plan is to arrive this September. September is actually already a good month because I think the rainy season is ends like around those a month, September, November. So that's a good season to go.
It's not that really hot in Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont's it's not very very hot. Not like now. How religious are you and people in the Philippines in general? How really? What do you mean by religious? I mean, Philippines is a Christian country. I feel like most people here are Christian, believe in Christ. You know what I mean? And no matter what the religion is, most Filipinos are Christian. I mean, at least in the Luzon Visayas part. Even in Mindanao, there's only like a portion in Mindanao that are like Muslim concentrated. Here, how religious? Okay, people in general. I've already heard a lot of stories, real life stories about Filipino women dating foreigner, break up with their foreigner partners because the foreigner don't believe in God. You know what I mean? And then the others even like take the baby only. They leave the partner. So they become single mom because of that. Because the partner don't believe in God. I heard stories about that, real life stories about that. If you think about it, it's actually stupid because they know since the very beginning of the relationship that the partner doesn't believe in like that. They don't have religion, they don't believe in it, but they still went to it, went into it 100%. And then they said, yeah, I just take the baby because I like the genes, but I don't like him. I don't want
Right.
to take him because he doesn't believe in God. So you judge, guys. What do you think? How religious people are here? Um, Tell us about your experience with Philippine gold diggers. Do Philippine women have an eye out for Western men? Do they get targeted? How to know if they're genuine? I don't know, guys. Don't be so like very scared about this matter. If you come to the Philippines and you try to date Filipinos, if you don't go to dating apps, then there's less chance to get scammed. Because Filipinas, when they're looking for people to scam, they mostly do it in dating apps. But in real, it's actually hard to do that in real. I mean, if you date them in real, in person, how would they do it? Like, because you know, if someone's scammer, if they ask you for money in the in the first week of chatting.
Yeah, it's really up to you guys. Like at the very first time the girl is asking for money, you would know it, if it is scammer or not, if it's after your money or not.
Yeah, that is the that is the that is the sign she's a scammer. If she's asking money for the in the first week of the conversation.
Or might be even if she's not asking money, like straight to the point, maybe she will say that her family has some of the family are sick or
Mm,
hospitalized
yeah,
and she needs money, something like that. So you will feel
you'll
what do
feel
you mean,
pity.
like pity for them, so you would give money to the girl, like that.
Mm. Usually it's like that, the tactic.
Yeah,
And scammers, they said they are good in like pretending and making drama.
like for example, I know some stories like a guy would like to always video call the girl, and then like the girl is only using data, so the girl would ask for money, so they can always video call. So you give me money or support me for my
For the
internet.
internet.
Yeah, but the girl won't get any plans for subscribing for any internet. Instead, she
Yeah.
would use it in other way, something
Ah,
like
so
that.
so so the guy sends her money but she
Yeah.
will not use it to buy data. I mean for
Yeah,
internet.
for internet, something like that. So she could get money from that guy.
Okay, beware, guys.
If
Beware.
it's
There
all
are a
about
lot of,
money,
yeah, different
beware.
ways of collecting money from, from foreigners.
But mostly is are like hospitalized. I always heard that.
Ah, they always say that they have family who's in the
Was in the
hospital.
hospital, yeah.
Sometimes it's also difficult to like see who are the people, if they are telling the truth or not. That's why they said be careful because they are good in making drama. But I don't really know if you guys who already experienced that, did you believe it? Did you send money to them? Is it sad my Filipina girlfriend makes more than me? Her dad is a politician and got a good job, so I feel like she's taking care of me. Is not sad. I mean, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You're right.
Actually.
And also I see a lot of comments when I'm posting a video. I see a lot of bitter comments like get an educated Filipina, get a young get a young oh my gosh, educated Filipina and who will love you. I mean, mostly the educated Philippines, like how do you define educated? Like how do you define sophisticated? Sophisticated Filipina? I don't know, but most of sophisticated Filipinas, they don't even go with foreigners. They go with Filipinos. Mind you, guys are also Filipino. They're also good-looking Filipinos who are well off. So this young, educated, sophisticated Filipinas that these people are saying in my comments are actually going with Filipinos. Mostly, mostly Filipinas who go with foreigners are average, not like us, average, not like the sophisticated one. Like when you say sophisticated, educated, young Filipinas, these are the really, really like even us, we like look up to them. They go with Filipinos. I consider myself average. I'm not like the sophisticated level,
Me too. Average.
right? Average. Agreed about the language. Although many people speak English and you're getting around okay, people begin to see a foreigner's lack of the native language as aloof or lazy. Really. Um, I cannot find the question here. But anyway, how do I see how do I see the comments that I'm asking earlier? Like, I didn't seen so many people say what an amazing place to live. It's slow, but I be slow. Old slow is good. I don't want to retire. I like to help out others. Ah, thank you so much, Wayland. If that is your oh, actually, there is one. Phil, what is his name? Paul Norris. He was here earlier, but I don't know if he's still here. He's helping a lot of kids and poor families. He's based now. He retired in Mindanao, and he's helping poor families there, which is he said it's the goal of his son who passed away, and now he is the one who's doing it for his son who passed. So that is very, very good. He's helping the poor he's giving them like support, financial support for their studies or for food. I just hope that they are going to really work hard so that they can, they can progress in life. It's so hard to progress in the Philippines. For what teachers do, they should be paid more. Yeah, that's true. For beauty, don't get me wrong. However, the American dream is dead, has been dying slowly since 1978. Only a tiny minority will achieve what's left. However, you have a better chance at winning the lottery. Really? Yeah, but for Filipinos, American dream is still there. Everyone wants to go to America. But here, the American dream is alive and well if you're willing to work for it. Getting handouts is not the American dream. You just can't be trying to keep up. You just can't be trying to keep up with the Jones. I'm hearing that again. Keep up with the Jones. There is a bill in the Senate for legalized divorce, but obviously the powerful church is against it. Yeah, that's correct. There's a bill, but it doesn't get approved because the church is against it, literally. So how is it for young guy dating in the Philippines? Because I know most Philippines mainly date older guys. No, I mean no. The thing is, that's actually funny because if Filipinos have a I mean, because it's like the demand and supply and demand. There are more older foreign men also coming to the Philippines because they are more stable. They are more like they retire, they stay. If you just if you don't know, there are so many Filipinos dating younger foreign men. But the problem is
Right.
younger foreign
Agree.
men are only for fun or only short term. They come and go. So Filipinas usually they settle with the older one because it's the one who stays. Is the one who will stay. But there's a lot of Filipinas who are dating younger foreign men. But the problem is they get hurt. They get hurt in dating younger foreign men because mostly younger ones are only there for fun. You know what I mean? So it's not true that Filipinos mainly date older guys. No, it's not true. Gold digger, such a bad term. Women everywhere in the world want to be with someone that can make their life better. They don't want to. That is actually correct. I mean, the gold digger tagging is actually very degrading because Filipinos are stereotyped as gold digger. I don't understand why, to be honest. Most maybe there are scammers. Let's just say scammers is, but people still call the for example, I want someone who's stable and can support me. Is that gold digging, really? I just want, it's like that. I mean, women in general want a man who can provide. Why do you But people still say it's gold digging. I don't think that's gold digging. You know what I mean? Initially women are like that. Even in ancient history, it's the man who provide and the girl who is traditional, right? The traditional relationship. But I don't know, nowadays they stereotype Filipinos as like that because Filipinos are more into like staying at home, taking care of the family. But when we say, I want someone who can provide, who can support, automatically they think, oh, you're a gold digger. Why do you guys why do you guys tag us like that? I think that's normal for women. That's women's nature. And it's meant duty to be a provider. But I understand nowadays it's not really like that anymore because it's so expensive now, and even women have to work. But still, we are not going to marry someone who, who's not even, who cannot provide as well. We can provide as well, probably, but we're not going to settle with someone who cannot provide.
Right.
Yeah, right. The women prefer the older kind because he cannot get around much and cheat. If young and good looking, they call you chick boy. Well, that is that is also right. I heard some Filipinas saying they don't want to have like a young, very handsome guy because they feel like they're heartbreakers. It's easy for them to get the women they want. So why would they settle for like an for example, why would they settle for an average girl like me if they can get like much, much prettier, much sophisticated? So it's like you don't feel secured. So I hear some Filipinas also don't prefer like young and very, very handsome. They don't want someone who's like, has a nice body, has a nice physique.
Hey, yeah,
Same.
like, right. You know me, right? I
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
chubby
yeah,
guys.
actually Leia is one of those people I've talked to. She said she doesn't like to date guys like that. Yeah. The main hurdle for people from Asia to come to the US is, can they afford it? How can someone making 20K peso a month afford a trip to Disney World? Um, well, the thing is, there are so many Filipinos who can afford to go as a tourist, only as a tourist. But they cannot probably afford to live there. But what they do is when they're already there, they don't come home because they know some people um who could give them job or who could help them to find a job, and then they are not going back to the Philippines, and then they start from there, and until they find someone, and then they get married. That is the cycle, is the life. She told me her favorite buffalo broke its leg. I sent money and she said it broke another leg.
Oh my god.
Her beauty, is there still a war on drug pushers by the PNP? Do you know that? Young, if there's still, I think it's already finished when Duterte passed the
Yeah,
throne,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
It's
it's
over.
yeah, it's over. What do they call? They call it tukhang, Oplan tukhang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's over. I don't know if there are still. I don't know. Maybe the drug lords are coming back again because Duterte is not
They're
there
getting
anymore.
stronger again.
They're getting stronger again. I don't know if the government now has a plan for that, but I don't really hear about that anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Even me.
been silent. Yeah.
Can't even hear in the news or anywhere. Before when
Hmm.
Duterte's when it was Duterte's president, the news is always about drugs.
Yeah, about drugs. Like how many
But not now,
people.
not anymore. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in college, I remember I was in Baguio. We hear a random shot, like in one night, three different shots in different locations. It's like a normal thing that time. It's a little bit scary, but we got used to it. We actually got used to it. Even if we're like walking in the street and we hear a shot, oh my gosh, someone got tukhang. Someone got tukhang. That's what we say.
Yeah, I would also suggest if you would like to live in some places here in the Philippines, I would suggest to live in Davao. It's very safe there because Duterte lives there.
Yeah.
And there's so many,
Yeah.
thieves, scammers,
It's
or I know.
they
Drug
tried.
lord.
Yeah, the drug lords. They said it's very safe because um it's the safest. Yeah, they said it's the safest city in the Philippines, Davao.
Yeah, yeah. Even
So
the
no,
taxi, there's no
yeah,
scammers there.
really
Yeah,
nice.
and
And they
people
said
there
there
are
are
very
no,
kind and honest.
yeah, and honest. Yeah, because they said the crime in Davao is very low. What's a red flag for you when meeting a guy that will make you run? Hmm.
Hmm.
What's a red flag? That's a
Me, I
good question.
have one.
What?
When he don't um speak really well, like in English, it's a red flag for me.
You mean if the guy doesn't speak English well, it's a red
Yeah.
flag.
I don't need
Ah,
like
because the
fluent guy,
communication.
but at least basic communication is good enough.
Mm. Did you
Yeah.
have you spoke to? I mean, have you chatted like men who don't speak English well?
A lot in dating site before.
I mean, what nationality?
Mostly are in Saudi,
Like
India,
Arabs,
Arab, yeah,
Indian. Okay.
Dubai. Mostly are Muslims. And
Muslims.
I'm not generalizing, but yeah.
Me? What is the red flag that will make me run? Yes. Also, if they don't, if they're not a believer,
Oh, really?
if they're not a believer, yeah, it's a red flag to me. What else? If well, it's more like that. It's more like on the the beliefs. It's not a believer. It's a red flag. This is the number one red flag. I think I would not consider that guy if I know that he's not a believer. Well, I'm not gonna wait until I get to the point that I'm already in love with him before I, before I know him. But he's not a believer, so I don't see him as my future husband. Of course, in the beginning, I should know if he's a believer or not, and from there, you know, of
Yeah.
we can be friends, but we can be
Me, I
friends. We
ask
still,
straight to the point. Straight to the point. What are you looking for? You need to give me
oh,
those ideas. And if I don't like some of the things that you've said to me, then I will immediately unmatch you.
so what if they say if you ask them what are you looking for, and then they said, well, I'm looking for something, but
Oh,
this and that, and then we will see where it goes.
that's a
That
red
we will
flag.
see where it goes, that's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag. Because he's unsure of what he wants.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, but I think most Western men are like that. I mean, they're talking to a lot of different girls, and then they will say, "We will see where it goes," because they have like options, or they're asking the girls first before they decide. I mean, they see which one is the best, and then from there they are going to decide. Yeah, I think also that's a red flag to me if they say that we'll see where it goes, because like I said, dating in the Philippines is really straightforward. Like I would choose the way of dating in the Philippines more than the Western way of dating, because in the Philippines it's like Filipino men, when they're courting someone, they only court someone. They don't flirt with other girls anymore,
yeah,
right? So, but with foreign men, I think they're
many
talking
options.
this they're talking to a lot of girls, and they don't
like
say that.
like
But
buffet.
they always say we will see where it goes. If we match, or if it's good, if we click, if we connect, then we will uh start from there.
Let's see where
So
it
yeah.
will lead us. It's a red flag.
I have a friend who lives in Manila that considers English her second mother language. Is that the attitude of most Filipinos? Hmm, not really. I even if I can express myself well, I I still don't consider English as my
My
second
mother
mother
tongue.
language. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm struggling speaking English. Can you tell, guys? Can't you tell? I struggle speaking English. When I'm doing my streams in Twitch, most of the time I'm like stuttering a lot and I couldn't pronounce the words properly. Like if I say
No, for
bitch,
me, you're good.
really? Thank you.
Yeah,
When I say
you're
beach
good.
front, I would say I know front beach. I would say front beach. It's confusing. It's like tongue twister. English is like tongue twister to me. My now Filipino wife never asked me for money, and to this day, she hates to ask and tries not to ask after 2 years. I never offered money as well till we finally got married. You're lucky. Yeah, there are. I mean, it's not when someone asks you for money, or if your partner asks you for money, like for real, if someone's sick in the family and she doesn't have money to give, I mean, it's also not a problem. I mean, it's not like when you're already in a relationship with a Filipina, you already know her. You're already in a relationship. I mean, if especially if it's your wife already, you already know her and you know the situation of the family, right? So it's really up to you how are you going to balance or manage that. But it's not like the perception if you marry a Filipina then automatically you pay their family every month. It's not like that. It is true that Filipinos are very family oriented, and the breadwinner mentality, it's also true that they would do anything and everything for their family to help their family. And it is also true that's one reason why Filipinos are getting more practical and choosing foreign than Filipinos, because I don't know, it's just really foreigners have a, even if you guys you consider yourself average or poor even in the US, you're still rich in the Philippines. I mean, you're still well off than most Filipinos. That is the reason why. But don't think that, if you marry or if you want to find a Filipina girlfriend, you automatically think that, oh, Filipinos are gold diggers. Filipinos, you need also to pay their families. It's not like that. It's really not like that. If you're in a relationship with a Filipina, you know the situation already. You will know their family. If their family is like a gold digger, if her family is like gold digger and just wants really to ask money from you every time or like taking advantage of you, of course you're not going to give, right? It's not like you require yourself
Run.
to give. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some stories about their partner, their Filipina partner is good. Is not asking money from their partner, foreign partner, but the family is taking advantage of the foreign partner. Would you? Would you let other people take advantage? I mean, you can help them sometimes if they're really in need, but if it's like taking advantage of you really financially, that's really stupid, already stupid question, I think. Because there's a lot of like comments, they take my words out of context. It's really annoying also. It's like, you're not that stupid. I mean, you it's totally up to you. You know if they're scamming you, you know if they're taking advantage of you, or you know also if their situation is really low. You know what I mean? It's you. You don't listen to like advice from other people. It's your own understanding of the situation. You can tell if they are taking advantage of you. It's can you can tell if it makes me rage when when I remember these things, you know. I'm glad others want to help the poor as well. Yeah, Paul. So this is Paul Norris, is the one living in retired in Mindanao right now in I forgot the word is in the like I forget the name of the town, but yeah, he's also
Where?
helping a lot of in Mindanao. He's based in Mindanao now. He's helping a lot of poor people and children who doesn't have family anymore. He's supporting their food, and giving them financial support for studies. Well, that's very good. Thank you so much, Paul, for doing that.
Also, additional to that, if you
Mm.
will choose a Filipino girlfriend, you need to find a girlfriend or a girl that who has work, right?
Mm,
You
yeah.
won't just depend on your money.
Yeah, exactly. If you're
Won't
going to find a
dependent.
Filipina, yeah, you should find someone who at least have a work,
Yeah.
because at least they have means to support themselves or support their family, and then they're not just gonna ask from you. Maybe the people who's trying to scam you guys are people who doesn't even go to, they don't even have a job.
Or else they'll make you as their work. Like they will work for you to get money from you or scam you.
Mm,
And
yeah.
also do not get a girl that has who is high maintenance,
Mm.
right?
Like, what is high maintenance for you, Leah?
Like who
Put a lot
likes
of
to
makeup.
rhinoplasty. No, I mean rhinoplasty. Who likes to take
Ah,
processed medicines? Who likes to
to make
white
them,
skin?
yeah. Yeah, we call that high maintenance already. I don't know if that's high maintenance to you guys, like people who like buying cosmetics to make themselves like prettier, or they even go to the clinic to have a IV drip for having whiter skin.
Yeah,
Those are expensive here actually. Rhinoplasty, cosmetic surgeries, or boobas.
yeah.
You're right.
Who likes to party, drink,
Yeah,
like
exactly. Who likes to party, drink. Yeah, that's true. We call them like high maintenance women, or like
just
ones
a
traveling a
party girl.
lot also. Your opinion seems sometimes very narrow, and like you have rose colored glasses on. You should try traveling more. Well, I am expert about my culture. So I am just speaking about my culture. Yeah. And I did, yeah, it's true that I didn't travel a lot. I didn't travel to Western countries. I only travel to one country in the West, but I base my opinions and my experiences to that also when I'm comparing things. But I always talk about Philippines and our culture. So I think I'm expert with our culture and my traditions because, I've been living for 30 years in the Philippines and I've never left. So yeah, I think I have the authorization to speak about, cultural things and traditions. This one. Is a rich Filipina that cooks clean, is sophisticated, and will buy me a bigger boat out of the question? Is a rich Filipina that cooks clean, is sophisticated? Well, if she's rich, I think she's sophisticated. Most rich people are sophisticated in the Philippines. But I don't know if s- to rich Filipina, like how do you measure rich? Rich actually has they have cleaners. So I don't know
They have
if
their
rich
own
people,
maid. They
yeah, they
don't
have their
clean.
own
They don't
maids.
even cook.
They have their own maids. The maid is the one who's cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, for them.
So I think, so I don't know. But there are sophisticated women who cooks and clean.
I don't know
Um,
some. I don't know because mostly rich Filipina that I know,
mm,
they have their own personal assistant,
mm.
maids. Yeah,
Like,
they,
how do you measure rich, Yang? Me, a rich for me is like they have their nice car, a nice car, not just a Toyota or Honda, but a nice car. Like, let's say BMW, or the latest Ford, something
a
like that.
rich Filipino for me. They don't work. They just
They don't work? Someone's working for
Rich
them, you mean? And they
Filipino
have a
that I know,
company.
yeah, they like support, like they are CEO of the company, but they don't really work that much, and they just like leisure travel around the
Leisure,
world.
yeah.
They have their own
Yeah, that's also
property.
rich. I consider that rich as well.
Yeah,
But mostly, yeah, those people have assistant.
like the actors here in the Philippines, right?
Mm.
Or sorry, actress.
Celebrities. Many Pinoys are social climbers. They have something to prove. I never understood that. But whatever. Chart a course for yourself and go for it, is what I say. Many Pinoys are social climbers. Um, how do we say that? Some, I think, yeah. But I don't really see that like that. Social climbers. Is it normal in the Philippines for others in a barangay to crash a family birthday party? I was a little shocked that the stranger showed up and consumed all the food and drinks my girlfriend's party. Yes, guys, yes, it's normal. That is really normal. Like if you didn't invite your neighbor or like the yeah, for example, your neighbor, you invited your neighbor. Your neighbor will also invite other people, like maybe their cousins, their uncles from other barangay, and then they're gonna crash. Yeah, that is very normal. It's very normal. They invite themselves. Currently, a K1 visa from Philippines to USA takes 16 months for approval. Wow, that's really long. They said the process took very long just when the pandemic started. But 16 months is still long, right? 16 months? Wow, more than a year. So K1 visa is fiancé visa, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much for stopping by. Um, Salary in the United States is very mediocre for us, but I witness most of immigrants like Hispanics and Asians and Nigerians that prosper. I think it's because I can only speak for Asians. I think Asians because Asians are very flexible and they can adapt and they can be successful. I mean, they're very flexible. Like I said before, no matter where you place an Asian, especially let's say specifically Filipino, they will make it work. They will make it work. Like I said, in one house they would stay a lot of people in one house and then they're gonna share the rent, and that's how they save money. They only are going to food. They're only gonna eat instant noodles probably every day so that they can save money. Once they already have enough money to be like to rent their own or to study, get a course and study and finish it, and then they can have a better job, then there where the success begins. Philippines are very resilient and very flexible.
And also they have like three jobs at the same time,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I think Western people do that as well, but
Oh,
Filipinos do that also. Because here in the Philippines you cannot have multiple jobs at the same time. It's not allowed. The government don't allow it. You can only have one job. Even if you still want to work, you have more time, you have time, but you cannot be employed for even two different jobs. You cannot. What do you mean by you want a man to take care of you? I think it's the woman who take care of the man. It's the man who provides. That is what I mean. The taking care is the job of a part of the girl, the woman. Provide is from the man. But the thing is, I know that nowadays one salary is not enough anymore to raise a family. So it's okay, women will work, but at least the man should also work. I mean, should provide, should be able to provide. It's not golding. A man's job is to provide, protect, and sacrifice for the family. Yeah, that's traditionally is like that. All women mad wherever you go. Um, a follow-up question. Rubeauty, when someone invites you to a party, do you arrive on time? 15 minutes after or Filipino late? When someone invites me to a party, it depends on what party. We have that Filipino time. That is true. You know, a lot of people saying that why do you say Filipino time? It's actually degrading because it's like late. It's like you come late. I mean, even if they say that, they probably don't like the idea. I mean, Filipinos, they probably don't like the idea that other nationalities calling the Filipino time like it's something that is negative, right? But it doesn't change the fact that it's really how it is in the Philippines. Even in graduation, even wedding ceremonies, they go late, like 1 hour late or 30 minutes late. It's always like that, never on time. And so when someone invites me to a party, do I arrive on time? It depends on what kind of party. If it's like a birthday party, you don't really need to go on time. You can go like late or in the middle of the celebration. Yeah. But it's like a date. It's better if you try your best to be on time. I try my best to be on time if it's a date, because it's like it doesn't give a good impression, you know. Filipino time, I take it like negative. It has to be like on the right place. Like if it's a birthday party only, you can go not on time, you can go late. But if it's like something like a meeting, I think it should be on time. I said that because it seems like Filipinos give the older men more if a chance that the younger ones, but I think the younger ones, we may have to earn our way with a Filipino. Mm, not really. No, that is not true, Jamal. The thing is, the only reason why you think Filipinos only date older men is because the younger ones are always still playing. And Filipinos, they don't like that. They don't like, because they date someone that is young, and then the young only play with them. That is always happening. That is what's always happening. Yeah, always. And usually young young Filipinas that are like sophisticated or like have a job, I don't know, but I know a lot. I know a lot. I have a lot of friends who are young, like same as my age or even younger than me. They're dating young foreigners, and they don't like to date older foreign men. But the thing is, they always get hurt because these young foreign men, they only play. They come and go. It's like hit and run. It's like that. Um, I visit Jeff next month, but travel with Jella in the VH said to wait until March because of the typhoons. I was upset I canceled. What should I do? No, March is long. I mean, you can already go like November, September is already good, I think. September, October, November, December. March is too long to wait. That is true. Even January you can, or February. March is too long to wait. It's just maybe March is the best time to travel because it's summer. But anyway, in the Philippines, there's only I heard someone said this. There's only two seasons in the Philippines. The dry season, I know, the hot season and the very hot season. Because even if it's raining in the Philippines, it's still hot anyway. Where is the nicest town for an expat working remotely to live with reliable high speed internet? You mean province? Where do you suggest, Yang?
In province,
Yeah, province with a reliable high speed internet.
Cebu
Yeah, I
or
mean
different areas.
even in where in the north, like the provinces in the north. I mean, I think anywhere really is nice. High speed internet. If you have like if you rent an apartment, if you rent a place, usually you're going to subscribe, avail an internet. You pay it monthly. They're going to install it in
Mm.
your house. So if your internet is like that, it's reliable. Not reliable if you like only have your phone, carry your phone anywhere you go, and then you use your phone as your internet. That is not reliable, even
I
in
guess
provinces.
as long as you're in the city, everywhere in the Philippines, there's some good connection or good signal of internet, right?
Yeah,
As long as
but
it's
if
city.
yeah, but in the province, the internet is not reliable if you only use your mobile data.
You have to have your internet connection.
Mm,
uh, Fiber, right? Fiber. They call
yeah,
it
home
fiber
fiber.
internet.
Mm. In a relationship, each has to bring some benefits to a relationship. If I'm ugly but a good provider, then I will attract women who want a good provider. Unfortunately, I'm ugly and broke.
Oh.
Don't worry, we also think the same. The same. Women also think the same. To be honest. Um, Gold digger means that she's looking for a rich man because luxury and status are her priority. That isn't a picture I see coming from the Philippines. Of course, there are a few bad apples. Um, the people that they call gold digger here are not even looking for luxury or status, to be honest. They are gold digging because of the poverty, just because of the poverty. They want to help their family and this and that, and they feel like gold digging is the best way because it's so hard to find maybe someone uh who would agree to provide for them and their family, because no one really wants to do that. I mean, I would provide if I'm a man. I would provide for my wife, but not. I can also help the family sometimes if they really need, but I'm not going to be like like what you always say, like an ATM machine. But don't think that it's like that dating a Filipina. It's not really like that. Like I said, you don't if they're taking advantage of you, of course you are not going to be stupid, right? If they're taking advantage of you, you have to talk to your partner. It's between you and your partner. It's not between you and her family. Even if, let's say, Filipinos have this very family oriented, but you don't like shut them off as well. You know what I mean? It's just talking. But I agree that there are also families who are very they take advantage. Hi, John Smith. Virtually all Filipino 40 and below can speak English. Very few can't. Yeah, that is true. Especially conversational or the basic. Yeah, that is true. Although it is also true that a lot of Filipinos struggle speaking English, or they are shy to speak English because they don't want to get embarrassed. I don't know. We have that mentality. Like
Yeah.
even if right, even if we can express ourselves, we are very shy to speak English. We don't want to get embarrassed, like especially when we're talking to English speakers like you guys. If you ask us in the street, like where to go, or you're lost, you need direction, we would be like, help him, help him.
I
We'll
don't
be
know
like,
what. Why is
like
that? Why?
like
What's the
point at
men?
each other. Yeah, I don't know either. Like
They're
we can just
they're
just
very
go
shy to
straight
speak
to.
in English.
Yeah. I myself, when I'm going around, when I do my street interviews and people like recognize me, oh, are you a beauty? I'm like, tuk, 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 tuk. Oh my gosh, they recognize me. What should I do? Like I would be like, yeah, I would even go blank. Like I would, go mental blocked. Like, oh my gosh, like suddenly my English is gone. when when you're shy and you feel nervous when speaking to a foreigner, suddenly the English is gone. I feel like that most of the time. That's why when I see um foreigners who recognize me, oh, you're a beauty, how are you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to say, I'm very shy. So if you guys see me, you guys see me around, just pretend you don't know me. Because I'm really nervous, to be honest. And like, oh my gosh, what should I say? Oh my gosh, English, come out. Yeah. Always like I'm always like anxious when I see like foreigners. Oh my gosh, what if they know me? I don't know what to say. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just I get nervous. I get nervous. I don't know why we have that like we have that behavior. We Filipinos, we are very shy when it comes to speaking English. We feel embarrassed when our grammar is wrong. But I learn, I try to like shrug it off. If I cannot explain myself very well, I cannot express myself very well, then I try my best to like use basic words, or like do my best to express myself in a way that you can understand, even if the explanation is so basic. I don't try to be really fluent and good in English, like using very deep words. Well, in my presentations, in my vlogs, I try to be very presentable as much as I can. That's why there, if you notice, it's my words are not very like casual, because I try to be really, really make a good presentation. So how would they how would they know whether you'd be a good mother within few dates? I only want to marry someone who would be a good mother. How would you know? Well, they actually express that. I want to have kids. When they say they want to have kids, that for sure someone who wants to be a good mother. It's actually easy to spot, and also you can see it by the way they treat kids. When they see kid and they're like, oh, she's so cute, and also like they want to have their own. It's like that. It's a good sign that they it's their dream to be a mother. If you dream to be a mother, you will be a good mother.
I guess you would know if towards you, like how the girl treat you, right?
Also, if they like
Like
take
how
care
she
of you
makes
really
love
well.
to you. Yeah,
mm, yeah, if they know how to take care of a man, that will be, she will be a good mom.
it's a plus point if she knows how to cook,
It's not a
take care
plus,
of
but
the
I think
house.
I think that is required for
Is it
a woman.
required?
I feel like it should be required for a woman to know how to cook and clean. I
Yeah,
mean traditionally, because I'm more like the traditional mindset. I feel like that is really the duty of a woman. If she's working, then that's also good. But you don't give her all the work. I mean, if she's also working, you should help her to, you should help her to do the household chores and everything. Oh, you speak very good English. Thank you, Bruno. Mike Peterson English is very good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'll try my
I
best. I
see.
really
I
try my
told you.
best. And I am, because of streaming and on Twitch also, I learn I learned a lot. I am learning really to like speak freely and spontaneously without worrying about, oh, is my grammar very good, or maybe I'll get embarrassed. In my streams on Twitch is where I really learn how to like, it doesn't matter as long as my viewers can understand what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, and that's good enough. They help me, and I'm not like pretending to know everything. If I don't know how to say it, or I don't know the term, or how, I don't know really the phrase to use, I ask the viewers, guys, help me. What do you call this thing? Blah blah blah. And they help me. They don't like laugh at me unless I make fun of myself. Then they're gonna laugh. Yeah, that's true. You both speak very good English. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you.
She speaks better than people in the US. She speaks better than you people in the US. That I don't know. If she starts to wash your clothes and put them away, you are married to her. Oh my gosh! If she wash your clothes and cooks for you, she's a keeper. Where to live if I work remotely from states? We've answered it already. If you work remotely, the Vani, in the Philippines, you mean anywhere in the cities has a good internet if you want to work remotely. But if you go to the province, you need to stay in one place and avail an internet like home fiber. That is reliable internet. But if you only have your phone as your mobile data and you go anywhere, that is not reliable. Party crushers, the whole neighborhood is your family. That's true. Should I expect my future Pinay family at our house always? Not
Oh,
all, not all Filipinos, but I think yes, they would always visit, right? Especially if you live close by with with the family. But if it's like they don't, you don't live, you live like in other province, no, they would visit sometimes, but not always. I guess I will not be holding many parties there. Crashers would piss me way off. Yeah, that's better. Rebeauty, do you think that in the future divorce will become legal? I can't tell really. It's, the church is very strong sector in the government as well. I mean, in the framework, in the structure of the system in the Philippines. So I can't really tell. Philippines is so much very strong in when it comes to these things about religious beliefs. So I can't really tell. The divorce has been there for a long time already, but they don't approve it. It's because of the church not allowing. They don't want to approve it. Rebeauty, are you full time YouTuber? Right now, I'm a full time YouTuber because I didn't quit my job. I just have a vacation. That's why I can do this now, the live stream every 2 weeks. I'm really taking advantage of it. You know why I have a vacation? Because I cannot anymore. I'm not sleeping well. La- for 2 days now, again, I didn't sleep well. I'm not sleeping good. And I went to the doctor, told me that I am exhausted. I am like over fatigued. And they said I should quit some of the things that I'm doing. So I quit that one, but it's not forever. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I cannot. It's just difficult for me to like stop the regular employment because I feel like I don't feel secured. So I need to keep it. But who knows? Maybe someday. I'm still trying my Twitch to work. If it worked, probably I'm gonna be full time vlogger. I'm Philip American, but I'm Filipino by blood. Mm. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that by your picture.
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
Welcome to Philippines.
Yeah. I think most of the young guys are like that because we grew up in a hookup culture, so it's kind of hard to adapt to different style of dating. That is what I'm saying, guys. That is what I'm saying. For you guys, hookup is like something that you're just used to, like just hook up. But in the Philippines, you will break a girl's heart if you do that. Because when a Filipina gave everything, usually most Filipinas when they gave everything, it means they're serious. That is, some people they consider it. I mean, some Filipinas they think that is their way to make you feel that they are really serious to you or they really like you. Okay, more to the point, can snakes kill you there? I do not like snakes. Of course, we have like cobras here. Cobras, they're like, the Philippine cobra. I think those are the most dangerous animals in the Philippines. It could kill. And also the, what do you call that, Yang? You've seen
Red,
you the snake that has a black white stripes in the ocean. That is the most venomous,
yeah,
I think. That's one of the most venomous in the world. But they said that that snake will not attack you. Actually, when they see like people like that, they avoid you. But if you attack them, you hurt them, you hold them, you catch them, they're gonna attack you. And in seconds, you will be. I forgot the name of that snake, but if you see a snake in the waters, in the ocean, in the beach, usually they are in the corals. If you see that, just don't attack it, don't do anything, don't go close. Usually they are the one who's gonna avoid you. That is their behavior. So if you attack them, that's the time they're gonna attack you as well. But they said that is one of the most dangerous in the Philippines, I mean in the world. I forgot the name of that snake, but it's like a stripe, white black, like that.
I just call it sea snake.
Sea snake.
Yeah,
Mm.
but
I have that.
mostly the sorry,
Mostly the what?
the snakes here in the Philippines are the sawa, the reticulated python.
Ah, python, yeah. They're not venomous,
They're not
right? The
venomous.
python, yeah, yeah. But I have a video of that Wayland about the dangerous animals in the Philippines. You can check on that. I included that in that video. You can see what is the name. Could you explain why the Christmas season starts in September? That's one thing I found the reasoning behind it. That's one thing I have found the reasoning behind it. Um to be honest, I don't know why we celebrate it from September. For September 1, they start decorating, they start you know playing Christmas songs.
Yeah, I know some reason because from September, it's Mama Mary's, the mother of
Ah,
Jesus. It's the birthday. So from
mm,
September they celebrate it
I
until
thought
December
it's
25.
because of the burr, because December has burr, so they
Yeah.
celebrate from the first burr month, which is September. I don't know about the Mary thing because I'm not a Catholic.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey Ru, Philippi here. Hey, hi Philip. We would send emails from time to time back when you first started. But anyway, I remember telling you that your YouTube channel would be huge, and I was right. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Philly. Oh, really? Yeah. So that is the reason why I am doing this live streams now, so that I can answer emails, because the emails is really like when people have the same questions and I need to like give them, answer them separately in the emails. So I think this is more efficient, at least it's real time. So thank you so much, guys, for your support. The channel will not reach this far if it wasn't for you, if it's not because of all of you. You are awesome, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for making our community bigger. Mostly spread in a northern island and Visayas. Yeah, the cobras. That's true. I went to a town called Tarragona. The internet was very unreliable. Just the sound of the place is very rural to me. It's the first time that I've heard that a name of the place. If it's a rural area, expect that the internet is unreliable. I mean, just in my hometown, Tarlac is not very far from Manila. Let's say it's like 3 hours or 4 hours when there's no traffic from Manila. But the internet, I cannot use my mobile internet there. I can't even open Messenger. I cannot receive messages or anything. So I need an internet that is installed in the house. Why would I date Filipina treat me like an ATM when I could fuck a drunk bitch at the club in the US? Well, it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. And don't stereotype, Filipina that will treat you at ATM. Why do you say that? There are women like that all over the world, not only Philippines. Gold diggers in the Philippines are not expensive. You can afford at least a dozen of them. Really? I think so. I think the gold diggers in the Philippines, if you compare the gold diggers to Western countries, are nothing. I mean, the gap is really big. Gold diggers in the West probably they ask like want you to have like I don't know, give them a car and like I don't know, but that's what I hear in social medias about the gold diggers in the Western countries compared to the gold diggers here. Probably the gold diggers here just wants to ask money for food for the day. What happened to megastar Sharon Coneta? I think she's living in the US now. Most celebrities here are US citizen, or at least they migrate to the US when they like don't have the career don't is not big anymore. Filipinos that I know are not obsessed with wealth. They only want to have enough to not struggle. Exactly. To be honest, it's like that. I also feel that way. I'm not obsessed. It's not my dream to get rich. What I want is I don't struggle. I hear some provinces have issues losing power. Is Cebu the best province for power that won't go out even with high winds or occasional heavy rainfall? Yeah, in provinces, when there's typhoon, you expect there are power interruptions. I'm not really sure in Cebu, but I am sure that in big cities, power interruptions are not. It doesn't always happen, even if there is storms or typhoon. I have found that many Filipinas don't speak English at all. And like you say, there are others who, as soon as I speak Tagalog, madaldal sila. And don't forget, expression makes me nosebleed. See, right? That's what I'm saying. As soon as, like, if you saw my street interview about the Filipino versus English language, if you ask them in English, they would be like a little bit like shy to answer you. But as soon as you speak Tagalog, they're gonna be like all out. Would be fun to run into her beauty on my next trip month and make her nervous and uncomfortable. No, no. You need confidence, Ruby. I mean, I don't think I have like low self esteem. It's just like I mean, I'm still Filipino, and I have those Filipino traits in me. You're the one doing chat. Yeah, I know. I know I've improved a lot. I don't actually want to do this before because, I get nervous, like I said. But because, I'm trying to also overcome my, the struggle in speaking English. So I think this is a good practice. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being in my stream. And you're helping me a lot to learn, helping us a lot to learn. Do we still have questions here? Since you know multiple language when someone from different what? Since you know multiple languages when someone from a different language, English is an example. Do you think in your brain, in your own language, how to answer? Yeah, it is like that. I'm like trying to translate. When I struggle, I'm like speaking in Tagalog in my head first, and I try to translate it in English. But but I actually learned that that is not really how it should be. I feel now what I'm doing is I don't really translate it in my head anymore. What I do is I try to like just express it in in basic words. Like I try to compose a sentence, to construct a sentence or a paragraph would um that would mean the same, like something like that. But I think most Filipinos, this is really what we do. We construct it in our brain in Tagalog, and then we are going to like translate it in English. Do you do that, Yang? Is that how you do it?
Yeah. I also try to construct in Tagalog, then I will say it in English. Or sometimes
Yeah.
I think some easiest word for me to express what
Exactly.
I wanted to say.
Yeah, exactly. That's why if you notice, sometimes we are like we speak slowly, or like we're like stop. When we stop, we try to
The thinking
um
words.
to process. Yeah. It's like loading. We call it loading. We try to process it in our brain before we speak. What there are women who are good taking care of man but horrible mothers. I've seen it. Oh, really? Here, I have never seen. I mean, here in the Philippines, they actually take more care of their kids than the husband. They give more attention to the kids than the husband. So yeah. Starlink might be good for provincial work from home. I think Starlink is good, but the thing is, who can afford that here? I mean, mostly the people in the provinces who's working from home are average income earners. So Starlink is like 25,000 pesos for the equipment, and then for the device, and then a monthly subscription is 3,000 pesos. I don't think Filipinos can afford that, especially if like usually work from home people are working in BPO. So I'm so ready to go to the Philippines and be on real beach. Hmm. Having attending a party in the Philippines is so much fun. Filipinos are much more friendly and outgoing and amazing hosts. Yeah, that is also true. Just just expect like uninvited people or party crashers. But it's okay. It's still fun. I mean, us for us it's okay because that is really how it is. But for you guys, maybe it's a culture shock for you. The Philippines shouldn't legalize drugs, divorce, or abortion. They should keep their Christian identity and not give into the twisted world's pressure, in my opinion. Well, that's the thing. It's evolving. I really hope that the abortion or the divorce. I hope not. Are you how about you, Yang? Do you Are you pro divorce if ever? Will you be pro divorce?
Yeah.
Me, no.
if
Never.
if the relationship is not that going well, then
Yeah, they said it's like a way out. But
yeah.
actually, people are considering that a way out already, even before getting married. I mean, I've spoke to like men before, like the men that I've spoke with, the only men that I spoke with, they are they're like they're all pro divorce. Like there's one American guy who asked me before to get married. I mean, get married just for the sake of having like a strong passport so that I can travel because Filipino
Mhm.
passport is not strong, right? So
Yeah.
like he offered me that, and I am like, but later on, like how many years passed? Even if we don't see each other anymore, but we're like still talking, and then we're like really very very close, and I thought there's like something there. It's like he asked me if he marry me, am I going to sign prenuptial agreement? And I'm like, what is
Oh.
your purpose? Explain me first. And then he said, because I don't like I want to protect my inheritance from my father, he said. And I'm like,
Mm.
so you're already talking about divorce, we're not even married yet? I mean, I don't want a guy like that. I mean,
So
why?
advanced.
It's like, yeah, it's like a way out, advanced way out. You're already thinking about your way out. Like, what do you think of me? If all men are like that, I'm not gonna get married. I mean, I know, guy, I know the reasoning. It's like a way out. It's like an opportunity for you to move on. But I think for me, if I will get married, I will do everything to I will do everything to make the relationship work, even if
Work.
they said I will not let it go south.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it go south. You know what I mean? That's why one thing that scares me about marrying is that even men nowadays are like, first they think about the way out in advance. Second, um because they know that there's way out, it's easy for like for them to not fight for the relationship anymore. I feel like it's like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like being like a strong empowered woman here, but my reason of like having fear in marriage is different, because it's not like in the 1950s anymore. I prefer the 1950s. Thank you so much, Helix Balaron. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I don't see you on Twitch anymore. What else? Um, I have found that Philippines can work as personal virtual assistant for USA companies from Philippines, and their compensated average. That is true. To be honest, a lot, more and more Filipinos are going into that kind of job in the industry of the virtual assistant um, thing, because they're paid better than working for a BPO company in the Philippines. Yang, you should do that, Yang. I have a cousin.
Yeah. I was
She tried it.
thinking.
Actually, she tried it, like applying for it, and then she got the position. And then now she's so happy because she's only working in her house. They were even able to move out of their house and like rent their own apartment because she has a kid, she has
Really.
a husband. Yeah, because of what she's earning now. I mean, she said she's earning like 20K pesos monthly, and then sometimes it's like more than that. But at least, even if it's maybe for you it's not a lot, but at least she's just working from home, and she's not paying a lot of like, you know extras. And she has her own schedule, you know what I mean? It's not
I
like you're
know
working.
virtual assistant only works like 4 hours, 5 hours
Yeah,
in a day.
right. Yeah. And they're earning well there. And if you have more experience, you can go freelancing and just find your own client.
Right. I want I want to try it, but I'm
You're
scared.
scared. Yeah, because if you have like I'm sure you're feeling what I feel about the security when you're employed to a company, right? But if
Yeah.
you're like self-employed, you really need to like you don't have like the time to be lazy. You really
I'm
need to push.
I was thinking, what if I didn't succeed? What's
Mm,
gonna happen?
yeah, same. I am thinking the same. That's why I don't wanna like quit. I grew up different though. I never really got into the hookup thing, so I hope a Filipino will notice that one day. Yeah, sure, of course. You can also say that. I mean, if you are chatting with a Filipino girl, they would prefer it if you tell them that you're not into that thing. They would be happy. They would stick. Review, it is important not to eat a few hours before bed and get some blue blockers. What's blue blockers? That block the blue light. Ah, yeah, Scott, I know. Yeah, you're right about that. I think that's one reason why I couldn't sleep at night because I'm really eating late as well. Yeah, don't stay up till I know, but it's also always what I do because of the vlogger thing. But thank you so much, Kat, for reminding me. I should really change my habit. I think. Um. Oh, we still have a lot. I dream in Tagalog, not in English. Thank you so much, Boggy, for super chat. Never been married, but I want to be in love with partner. I would marry a hun, just to see her in morning and at night. I smile, but I think I love her. That is good, Wayland. I'm fluent in Hiligaynon and can't wait to get to Bacolod in September. I love your videos, Kib. Thank you so much, Tillman Clark. Thank you. Wow, you're fluent in Hiligaynon. I mean, you're not even fluent in Tagalog, but you're fluent in Hiligaynon. Wow, that's impressive. There won't be any more marriages to Filipinos if they can divorce. When they bill passes, if ever, watch all Americans will go abroad to get a quick divorce. I know, but you know what? There's a lot of Filipinas who's choosing to get married like in countries who has divorce, like Thailand. They go to Thailand and they get married there because I think their partners, their foreign partners, also want. I mean, the quick way out, the divorce. Because in the Philippines, you get married in the Philippines, there's no divorce here. You will be stuck. Prenuptial is a red flag, so just don't get married. I mean, I understand I understand their stand on the prenuptial agreement. I understand that, but no matter how I try to understand it, it's like for me, it's just not what do you call that? It's not right for me. That is just me. I am sure other Filipinas, it's okay with them. I'm sure maybe Yang is okay with her. But it's just me because I have a really different, different view in marriage. Um, like the movie Not Without My Daughter went to his home country and started abuse. She had to escape based on truth. The thing is, you really need to know your partner first before marrying them. I believe in that. To be honest, the 3 years of friendship or like dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, before marrying is like I prefer that one. You don't marry someone just, in 6 months or in 1 year, not even. I think for me it's like that. You should really know your partner first before you go into it because marriage is not a joke. It is really something. It's
Yeah.
heavy. It's like a life changing thing event.
Or even before coming here in the Philippines, you
Mm,
have to think many times before you
mm.
meet the girl.
or before you marry her. Maybe you come here to marry her already. I mean, there are a lot of stories like that, and they just got scammed. Is knowing how to cook rice a requirement to date a Filipina? Not really. She knows how to cook rice, so you don't need to worry about that. And she's going to teach you anyway. Okay. But I don't see a reason to stay trapped in a marriage that has no hope. The thing is, if both of you wants to work the relationship out, I think there will be no problem. But if one wants to fight for it and the other one doesn't, that is a problem. That is one of my fears. Actually, aside from the because men think about divorce as a easy way out. Second is this actually. Um when they're like just like that, they don't fight for the marriage. What if I will be with someone someday that in the beginning, yeah, it's okay, the first 5 years of the relationship, and we get married, it's okay, and then after 10 years he's tired, he doesn't want anymore, even if there's really no problem, he just, I don't know, want someone else probably. And that is my one of my fears.
Like he fell out of love.
Yeah. Is that the reason? I mean, you're married. Why would you fell out of why would you fall out of love? I mean, me, I would never allow that. They said if you're married, really the romance or the um not the love but the romance, the romantic thing that you have from the start will fade. All couples say that. All married couples say that, and I believe that because all married couples say that. But would you really allow them to like fall out of love? Falling out of love is a different thing. It's like it's something. The love should still stay there. You know, when even if it's not very romantic anymore, but the love should stay there. How can I find out if the Pinay I'm talking with is the no sex still marriage type? I don't know. You cannot really say it. Others would probably lie about it, but you cannot really tell by just talking to them. So I don't really know. It's not like something that we can really discuss. It really depends on the people, and I think there's really no way to find out. Thank you, Philip Mays. Um
Is there still Filipina, that kind of Filipina?
yeah, there's still, yeah, of course there
There's
are
still.
still a lot. Yeah, I know. Are you watching any Netflix series? I am watching a Netflix series. And no, not anymore because I don't like the series. I mean, I don't like anymore Netflix. They're not showing good series or movies anymore. It's all woke.
Maybe if it's the Filipina is, really religious kind of
Religious,
person,
yeah,
or
that's true. Religious and very conservative.
yeah.
There is a big chance, yeah. Okay, so I think we're done for today's stream. I'm not really seeing any questions anymore. How about a prenuptial that guarantees financial security for the woman if the man cheats or abuses her? Well, they have to come up with a good agreement, 50-50. It's about the agreement, what you put in the agreement, I think. It's like that. Um, Perfect man died 2,000 years ago. His future looks bleak. I'll be scared forever then. Men in the US generally don't file. Less than 30% of divorces here are filed by men. We are the ones that file and they're college educated. The chance they will file. Oh, yeah, I see that. Will there be odd looks from locals if I'm dating a 30-year-old Filipino? I'm 60. 30-year-old is like young for you. 30-year-old is like young looking. Like really depends. If the girl is really young looking, there are 30-year-old Filipinos and looks like 18 years old. Yeah, you will get a strange look from Filipinos. Yeah, I actually have a video. I still haven't edited it about age gap, the real perception about large age gap, and if a woman, older woman is married to younger man, or older man is married or in a relationship with very very young woman. The perception. So thank you so much, guys. I think we have to end the stream here. We've been streaming for like 2 hours and 22 minutes. So thank you so much, guys, for attending the stream today. If you have questions, just save them for the um next stream, and we will try to answer them real time. I hope this is really helpful to you guys. Okay, we are expert in Filipino culture. We're not expert in Western culture. You guys tell us about Western culture. We tell you about our culture. Okay, I'm not trying to be an expert with everything here. I'm just expert with our culture and our tradition. So I think, and I hope that helps you guys, and I hope that this thing that we are doing, live streams like this, is will be like insightful to you as well, because receive a lot of comments from you guys saying that my videos are insightful. So I hope that this real time talking to each other is also helpful and insightful. So thank you so much. Jeremy Macasland. Oh, you're the one who gifted sub last night. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. Maraming salamat. I remember the name. Thank you so much. Um, Okay, guys. So I'll see you again in the next stream. Have a good rest of the
Bye.
day. Thank you also so much, Yang, for attending us today.
Welcome.
I hope next
Bye
time we can
bye.
attend as well. Bye,
Sure, sure.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day. Mwah.